So it's Monday morning. Getting up. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go and put up and make some more feeders and put them around where I'm staying to see if I can attract some giant killer hornets and prove that they're here in DC, downtown DC. I'm literally a mile from the White House and I know they're here, so I'm going to go out and try to find them. So it's Monday morning. Getting up. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go and put up and make some more feeders and put them around where I'm staying to see if I can attract some giant killer hornets and prove that they're here in DC, downtown DC. I'm literally a mile from the White House and I know they're here, so I'm going to go out and try to find them. So this is the Osmo camera that I'm going to be taking with me. It's a gimbal camera and ultimately it's what I'm using. It's a 4K camera, and this is what I'm going to go. This is my equipment for shooting this pilot. This was bought with funds generated from another found up that allowed me to do it, the show that I just worked on. Another camera that I have here is a Sony 4K camera, which is mountable. I can actually put it onto my gimbal. Here's my little camera bag I can carry around with me, and on the side here I carry different things. So today I'm actually going to mount, this is an extension and this ultimately is a base for it, or this is a telescope, so I'm going to put this on. And then this is that. Sony 4K camera. You know, I really don't like the Sony, and the reason why is there's no off switch for it. So even if this is on the lock, you can still turn on the camera. The other thing too, the other thing I don't like about Sony is the battery fits in both ways the same way. They should have made it can only go in one way. So you're constantly going, you know, which way is the right way, because it has a little plus on here. But the only way you know it's the right way when you put it in, it ticks, but there's no, you know, which is what does that plus mean? Because there's no indication on here. It's a nice little camera though. And really the Sony is only good to, like, you can't really walk with it or anything else. I have the Sony too. I don't think I'm going to need this today. It has a nice little protective case. And this is supposedly, this is waterproof. Just like that. So this is good to go. Let's go get some feeders up. So actually what I'm going to do today is actually some setup shots. This is kind of uncomfortable. My headset, if I need to do some talking into the Osmo. So I've got this, the Osmo can stand up, and this is my reader. It's kind of inconvenient, or this is my viewer. Ideally, this can be given to a director to hold, and the camera person can basically hold this and do the movements. But I'm all alone here, so I'm going to go out and try to interview some folks about hornets, giant hornets in Japan.
Wow.
And actually, you have giant hornets here.
Here in this region, or here on the street?
Well, in DC, 18 miles away,
okay,
there's a massive hive. They're called giant European hornets. Mm-hmm. So they could be in DC, and I'm actually I'm going to be sending out feeders and stuff to see if they're here. I don't know if you've ever seen any giant hornets.
Not to my knowledge, no.
No? Okay. Well, it's unmistakable. And usually when people see them, they're like, holy cow, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And they start Googling and they find me and shoot me an email with pictures and stuff.
All right.
So just letting you know, and if you keep an eye open, mention to a few colleagues. I'm going to set up these little feeders out of PET bottles, so the little empty plastic bottles around.
Where do they sit?
They're going to be up in the trees high.
Okay, cool.
So out of the way. So
good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Have a good day. We live in gated communities, but gated communities isn't going to stop the hornet. Should ask this lady over here. To find out if, especially people walk their dog, they may have seen like a crazy sized, you definitely know if you saw it. So I'm here talking to a very pretty girl.
It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy. She's very arguing. It's
like
okay. Oh, it's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, good boy.
He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, some strange guy talking to my master. It's okay. Thanks a lot. All right. So, trying to talk to folks and find out if they've seen any. So doing a little reconnaissance here as I'm here. If you want to find hornets, a good place to look is where the garbage is. So I'm going to look down here, the back alley, and see if I can find any. Like a trash can like this, you can see the flies and stuff. Could be a perfect location to spot a hornet. A couple cats. And they got a bird or something. Some chicken on the ground. Some cats over there by that car. We're eating wild cats. This is Fuji, or we call wisteria in the States. And it's just starting to blossom. And here's a bee coming to it. No, that's a fly. And bees love this flower. And I don't see any. They should be feeding. And again, the simple fact that there's no pollinators on these flowers, taking advantage of them, is an indication of the bee crisis. So I'm asking folks if you've seen like a really large hornet around here.
Oh yeah.
They're about this size and they're kind of yellow, and they've been in America since the 1850s.
1850s.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about cicadas.
Yeah, we're talking about
No,
the
it's
States.
hornets, like
They're here.
No,
Gigantic
I'm talking
bees.
about cicadas. I'm asking about cicadas.
It's not cicadas.
It's
not.
not
It's,
cicadas.
It's not cicadas.
And these
These
are big
these-
bees.
they're not a bee. A bee is like, it's like calling a cow a lion.
Okay.
Bees are herbivores. Hornets and wasps are carnivores. Very big difference.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people do that. They kind of say, "Oh, I've seen a bee. I've seen a giant bee." And to me, because I know the difference, it's like me saying, "Oh, I saw a giant cow," and it's like
You're
killing
right.
things. And it's,
You're right. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. Those are vicious.
So I'm actually here in DC looking for them. They're here.
Really?
I'm going in Virginia, like 18 miles away. A massive hive is there. So the likelihood of one being here is pretty big, because each hive puts out over 100 new queens every year. So one hive becomes 100 hives, becomes 1,000 hives, just one, each of those.
I can tell you I can tell you one place where they are at.
Or where?
Down the Wisconsin Avenue. There's this apartment buildings
Yeah.
called McLean Gardens. I used to be a lifeguard there.
What garden?
McLean Gardens. That's how they.
McLean Gardens. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, my accent.
No.
Down Wisconsin Avenue. I was a lifeguard there about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
It was a horrific experience. Those big, gigantic things.
Yeah.
That
You
was
saw
the pain
one-
of my life.
you
Oh
saw-
my God.
and it freaked you out.
I literally wanted to quit my job at this moment when I see these animals. flying.
Hornet?
They're so scary. They're so scary. Please take them away. Actually,
So I met a woman here. My first confirmation. You said what? What's the name?
McLean Garden.
McLean Garden Apartments, or
down Wisconsin Avenue.
on
yeah.
Wisconsin Avenue. And this young lady who hasn't put on her face this morning, so she doesn't want to be on camera, basically was a lifeguard, and she basically described a horrific. She's like, they're dinosaurs. So that is great. So
That's scary.
they have been
That's
seen.
scary.
That's scary. That's scary.
They have definitely been.
They have been seen at pretty much the White House. So with confirmation, I'm gonna head home. I gotta charge this battery. It's pretty much dead, and I'm gonna make some phone calls and try to find this place and see if I can go there and set up feeders.
Definitely.
So now I'm gonna head there and see if I can put up feeders and see if I can find them in McLean Gardens off Wisconsin Avenue. So if you're from around there, keep an eye open. If you know anyone from around there, have them keep an eye open.